What is up, Blasianeers and Blasianettes? So I figured I would, as we're like 2 weeks away from Logan, I figure I'd do a little countdown to it, since all the way to the very first X-Men movie. So, with that all being said, there's going to be spoilers in this review, so there is your warning. Now, I have to say that back when it was released, I did not appreciate it, and I did not give it enough credit as much as I do now, and as much as I do appreciate it now. My thing was, I was a big fan of Cyclops. He was always my favorite. When I got into this whole X-Men shenanigans. So when he was sort of dumbed down to like a side character, and they didn't give him much to do in the movie, I was pretty saddened by that. And I mean, I get it, Wolverine's a very popular character, and I get why he was like more of a lead character than anyone else in the movie. But I know, I mean, like, I just thought, Cyclops deserved more than what he was given in this movie. But what I do love about this movie, what I do appreciate it, is that they're taking these comic book characters and bringing them into the real world and to a place where society would fear them and not accept them and whatnot. And it's like it echoes the themes of racism pretty much. Like where they talk about them like, these people are different, and just because they're different than us, then that makes them dangerous and all that. Because it's like someone saying, they're like in today's world, like where they'd say, oh, he has a different skin color, that that makes him dangerous or whatever. You know what I mean? Or he dresses a certain way, that makes him a problem, and blah blah blah. And and not even to mention, like with Xavier and Magneto, these two godlike beings, it's like two gods debating over humanity, or Martin Luther King and Malcolm X debating over how to handle racism. Like where Xavier wanted to show, just show them that we are not all like this, and we can all coexist together. And while Magneto is like, they're never going to accept us, so we should show them that that they're right to fear us or whatever, and stuff like that. Yeah, like I just love that. And this movie came out around the time where the superhero genre was going to make a really big comeback, because it's been a long time since the superhero genre was doing good. Like Superman kickstarted that, and then Batman carried the torch, and then the flames started to go out after that, and then Blade sort of lit up the torch, and I have to say, this movie carried on that torch, and it was still on fire just as much as it was when Blade came out. And I mean, yeah, I thought to myself, I was really confident, like, okay, there's not as many characters in this movie that I would have liked. There's gonna be a sequel, and that's gonna be better, and there'll be more characters. And I was really that confident, and I was still confident enough to really want to continue on with the franchise. And I think the more I watched this movie, the more I appreciated it. And now, as I gotten older and I look back on it, I'm like, this movie was really good. I wish I gave it more credit at that time. And I mean, like, I get it, Wolverine was a popular character, but I wasn't really on board with that character like I am now. So as I look back, I'm like, yeah, I mean, like, I get it, it's really cool, and it's amazing that, like with Rogue, like, where she's more of a relevant character in this movie, and in the sequel, she's like, bumped into a side character. But I do like how Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart carried the movie. I think they're the only two ones who really carried the movie the way they did. I mean, Ian McKellen was an awesome, Magneto. I mean, I had no problems with them casting him as Magneto, and that dynamic he has with Patrick Stewart. You feel that dynamic that they've been really good friends for a long time, and they don't agree with each other, on how to, basically deal with society and humanity, and Magneto's plan to rid the Earth of humans is a bit differently than I thought he was going to. Like where his plan was to make everyone mutants, and then we find out that this machine kills humans. I mean, like it gives them powers, but their body starts to shut down, and then it just kills them eventually. And I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't be mad with that plan if it did, successfully, work. Like, like I'm a nerd. I mean, I would love to have superpowers, but yeah, I mean, like it gives you an idea, like that mutants could exist, and they're living among us, and they don't want us to know that they're living, among us, But yeah, I mean, with that all being said, this gets 3.5 chair spins out of 5. So here we go. 1, 2, 3.5 chair spins. So, I mean, yeah, this really started, like the superhero genre to where it is now, and I was just, I'm just, like. I just feel like, like the franchise alone had its hit and misses, and this was a pretty good start. So, yeah, if you guys enjoyed my review on this first X-Men movie, make sure you thumb up the video, and make sure you click subscribe if you're a newbie to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, y'all.